Since 1965, there have been 11 elections in Ghana. Since 1965. And the performance of the NPP in the 6, our tradition, in the 6 Bawku zone seats, there are 6 seats in the Bawku zone. If you look at it, the performance is as follows. In 1965, our tradition had 0 seats. At that time, I was only 2 years old. I had nothing to do. In 1969, we had 2 seats. In 1979, under Victor Usu's leadership, we had 0 seats. In 1996, we had 0 seats in that area. In 2000, we had 1 seat. In 2004, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2008, we had 1 seat. 2012, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2016, we had 2 seats. 2020, we had 1 seat. And 2024, we went back to 0 seats. What all the data is saying is that out of the 6 seats in the NPP, out of the 6 seats, the 11 elections, NPP has 0 in 6 of the 11 elections. So this is not an area that is a stronghold of the NPP. In fact, if you took the whole Bawku zone, the 6 constituencies put together, we lost just 30,000 votes in 2024. So you can't look, it is not the Bawku election that made us lose 2024. And we need to be very clear about that, that the data shows that the Bawku factor was not a factor in the outcome of the 2024 elections, and we should stop moving in that direction. Another piece of propaganda people have been pushing, and it's very important, is a religious propaganda that because I was a Muslim, and that's why we didn't win. That is also not supported by the data. I'm a data person, so I always go and look at the data. And if in fact that was the case, you would see that NPP presidential and parliamentary candidates, if in fact people were voting according to religion, in most of the constituencies, the Christian parliamentary candidate should have been doing better than me, isn't it? But that was not really the case. In most of our strongholds, I was doing better in many constituencies than our parliamentary candidates. If you see in places like Efiga Century East, in Ashanti, Asante Akim Central, Asante Akim North, Akimanwa Beja, Bekwai, Kwada, Soma, Pong, Manshia North, Manshia South, Mansun Edubia, Mansun Kwanta, Shayasun Sutra, Pamambe Kwaso, Obuasi East, Obuasi West, Ofensu South, and Century Franklin. This is just Ashanti. I did better than all the Christian parliamentary candidates in all these constituencies. So it doesn't show. My favorite example is Asen South. Asen South, my good friend Reverend Tim Forjo was a candidate. He's a reverend, but I beat him in his constituency. So that cannot be the case, that it was because of, and the NPP is not that way inclined. We are not religiously or tribally bigoted. And that is why when I stood for the primaries in 2023, the superdelegates, we were 10 of us. I was the only Muslim. The rest were Christians, but NPP voted for me 61% to represent the party. So we are not bigoted in religious or tribal dimensions. So it is something that we need to stay away from. This is dangerous. This path that some of the aspirants are moving on really represents an existential threat to our party. We have to tell them to stop that line of campaign. It will hurt this party because after the primary, we have to go to the country. We have to go to every tribe, we have to go to every religion and win votes for this party to form the next government. And so we should not get down. In fact, before the Professor Okoye report, I promised Nana Akufo-Addo when the issue of religion came up, I said to President Akufo-Addo that if the Okoye report in fact finds that religion was a factor in the election, I will step down and not contest in the interest of the NPP. I said I will not put my personal ambition above the interest of the NPP. And that is the promise I made at a general meeting. I told the president. And Okoye's support came out and said there was no issue of religion. And so we did not get in that manner. In fact, one coordinator of one of the aspirants' campaign recently introduced a new argument. They said that delegates should not vote for me because my wife is not a true Ghanaian. I mean, I've never heard this argument before. I mean, and suddenly it is being introduced in our party. We are a very diverse party, covering all religions and all tribes. And it is important that we have unity. If you want to contest with me, come with your vision, come with your vision, come with your ideas, come with your integrity, come with your track record. And that is what we are going to run this campaign on ideas and not on where you come from. When I was defending the party in the Supreme Court in 2013, they did not say I'm a Bawku man or a Muslim or a Northerner. When I was giving lectures and campaigning for the party to come into office in 2016, they did not say I was a Bawku man, a Northerner or a Muslim. When my campaign in the North made the difference in our winning the 2020 election, they did not say I'm a Bawku man, a Northerner or a Muslim. When Samira was campaigning the length and breadth of Ghana for this party, they did not say she was not a true Ghanaian. So what has changed now? Let us be clear that these views do not represent the views of the rank and file of the NPP. They don't represent the views. The NPP will always triumph over tribal and religious bigots. What we need is unity to go forward and win 2028. Without unity, we cannot win. Let us remember how the divisions cost us the election in 1979. We cannot let that happen again. I have absolute confidence, ladies and gentlemen, that if we work hard, stay united, we will win 2028. But we need to put our house in order. And I believe we are going to put our house in order. I want to thank all of you, and I want to assure you that by the grace of God, inshallah, we are going to win 2028. On that note, I want to say a big congratulations and a happy anniversary to the New York chapter. Long live NPP New York, long live NPP USA, long live the NPP, and long live Ghana. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you.
Okay.